Over a dozen of Gambian migrants were on Tuesday deported to Banjul by the German authorities. World Health Organization has expressed concern over the recent increase in reported cases of Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Traders at the Senegambia bridge are crying for foul, calling on Gambia government to fulfill their promises. The Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission has announced that they will observe their first break from February 1st, 2019. These are the headlines, more coming on your way on the world today.
It's midnight in Istanbul and 1 p.m. in Washington State, 2100 GMT here in the Gambia. You are watching the World Today Evening Bulletin. I am Alhassan Sise with my co-presenter,
Fatmata Jaju. We now kick off with our first story. Over a dozen of Gambian migrants were on Tuesday deported from Germany. The reported Gambian asylum seekers arrived in Gambia on a German flight. The deportees are part of a recent deportation exercise undertaken by the German authorities.
Earlier today, I spoke to Gambian German-based journalist Nima Jadama from Berlin, who could either confirm the exact number of last night deportation. She confirmed that most of the deportees are asylum seekers who were not approved or people that served jail sentence after being convicted for different crimes. Here is an insight. Nima, thank you for your time. First, I ask you, do you have any idea how many Gambians were deported yesterday?
Well, actually, from my source, I got to some deportees themselves, spoke to them last night at the airport. They said about 30 to 40 Gambians. Later, I saw an interview with the spokesperson of the government of the Gambia saying it's 15 people. So this morning, I wrote to the Refugee Council and also the administrative court, that is the Regidium Presidium in Kanswa, to actually confirm, because I'm personally working on a story for it. But unfortunately, the Refugee Council in Baden-Württemberg could not actually give me an estimated amount because it's not confirmed from the Regidium Presidium as well. I'm still waiting for the email, but I know the Refugee Council has already spoken with them, and the lady, the press secretary, could not give them any precise information. She said she would give us information as soon as she got it. So which means the number is actually not confirmed. I also took it upon myself to try to talk to the Honorary Consulate. I wrote to him yesterday, but I couldn't get him. He haven't responded. So actually, I couldn't say actually if it's 40, if it's 15 also, but we know it's more than 10.
Can you tell us the reasons why they were deported?
Well, actually, the reasons actually differ on so many reasons. One main reason is that it has to do with international law protection of migrants that is in every country, most especially in Europe. According to this law, any asylum seeker that failed to secure a permit to stay in a respective asylum in a respective country where he or she seeks asylum had the right to be deported. The authorities have the right to deport the person if he or she cannot prove that he or she needs a protection. So this is governed by the International Migration Protection Law. So this is one reason why many of them are being deported back to Gambia, because they could not secure an asylum permit. Secondly is that it either had to do with crime rate or when they are involved in drug peddling. Some of our brothers, unfortunately, are involved in these issues, and if they are caught, they are in prison for some time, and the law actually gives the right to German government to actually deport them. Another reason could be that is the relationship that the German government and the Gambian government talked about or had since the visit of the German president, Herr Frank-Walter Steinmeier, in 2017 in December.
Yes, so what was the reaction of the Gambians after knowing that their co-brothers and sisters are being deported back to the Gambia?
Well, actually, I think I would say it's a normal ongoing routine in Germany. The Gambia is one that creates a lot of tensions and so on, but the German government are always deporting Gambians to the other European countries, like those that fall in the Dublin law, either in Italy, Spain, and you name them. So this is normal. So Gambians even prefer this to go to another European country than to go to Gambia. So right now, the situation, I would say, or their reaction, they're very panicked. They're so nervous, they're confused, they're very sad. They don't actually know what to do. Personally, I got a lot of calls, questions, and so on, what to do, and so on. So I would just advise if you have a lawyer, speak to your lawyer. If you don't have one, try to get one, even though it's very, very difficult to get a lawyer if your asylum is rejected if you are a Gambian, most especially if you are a male. Because the lawyer, no matter how good the lawyer is, even if the lawyer is a good lawyer, the best lawyer would tell you, sorry, I can't take your case. Because, I mean, there is no chance. This is the main decision. They said there is no chance for Gambians. So it also depends on the case. Like if a guy is well integrated, is working, paying tax and so on, a lawyer in this case could take your case and see how best to. You might not have a permit to stay, but how best to actually defer you from being deported in an early stage or so on.
Yes, that was Nima Jadama, a Gambian German-based journalist, making some clarifications on the deportation saga.
The World Health Organization has expressed concern over the recent increase in reported cases of Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo, North Kivu province. The Kivu Ebola outbreak began on 1st August 2018 when it was confirmed that the 4 cases had tested positive for Ebola virus. UN spokesperson Stefan Dujarric told journalists in New York that the outbreak has also extended southwards Kayina Health Zone, a high security risk area. Let's take a look at this insert.
Our colleagues at the World Health Organization report that in recent weeks there's been an increase in reported cases of Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo's North Kivu province, most notably from the Katwa health zones, where response teams have faced pockets of community mistrust. The outbreak has also extended southwards to Kaina Health Zone, a high security risk area. Teams are actively working to build community trust and scale up response in these areas. As of the 24th of January, a total of 666 confirmed and 49 probable cases of Ebola were reported, including 443 deaths, and 248 people have now recovered from the disease.
The Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission has announced that they will observe their first break from the 1st to the 10th February 2019. According to a press statement from Executive Secretary Office, January 31st marks the end of the Commission's first session on the July 22, 1994 coup. The second session of hearings focused on the November 11, 1994 incident will begin on Monday, February 11 and end on Thursday, February 28, the release said. It added that the interim period between February 1st to 10 will be devoted to committee meetings, outreach activities, and other important work that cannot be done when the Commission is sitting. Meanwhile, the TRRC is encouraging people who were victims of human rights violations associated with the November 11 incident to please come to the TRRC headquarters at Dean's Resort. On the same vein, relatives of all who lost their lives or disappeared as a result of the November 11 incident are kindly encouraged to come forward and help the Commission to get to the truth of what happened when hearing resumed on February 11, 2019.
Barely 10 days after the groundbreaking inauguration of the Senegambia Bridge on the River Gambia, traders on the north and south banks have called on the Gambia government to fulfill their promises made to them at the commencement of the project. Our reporter Sajid Sambo visited the bridge and now files in this report.
The Gambia government has been accused of failing to keep their promise they made to business vendors at the Yili Tenda Baba Tenda ferry crossing of building a market and compensating those affected by the demolition of their stalls ahead of the construction of the Senegambia Bridge. The affected traders call on government to fulfill their promises made to them before the commencement of the construction of the bridge, as their situation is getting out of hands, with the business being the only source of income for them. Abdullah Drame, a businessman who traded at the Yiri Tenda for the past 32 years, told Africa Government over the previous years have asked them out of their allocated stall to cater for the construction of the bridge which they embrace. But government on the other part promised to build a market and compensate them but failed to do so.
kon xam naa si bag bi lu bëri njëriñ li pompe bi moom ku ne xam na am na njëriñ waaye lu ñu waxoon nag ne dañuy jox suñu ndàmpaay ak suñu place gisaguñu ko te xamuñ nag fan leen ko mën a jooyatee ndax ku ñu ne dañu leen bind leen lépp litre yi coppe ko def ko sa station mu station fii Ilitanda Babate la kuy jaay ndox kuy jaay taawul bi kuy jaay caaf café yëpp bind nañ leen si benn association ñu ngi ko téye léegi nag lu ñu bëgg mooy nguur gi ku ñu dimbale sampal ñu suñu maquette bi jox ñu suñu ndàmpaay ndax fii moom ku ne xam na pare na ku ñëw fii xool oto ni ñuy rombe fii ku fay jaay amatul njëriñ loolu moom ak ñëpp nguur gi bu ñu ko gisee war nañ xam loolu.
xam nañ ne pom bi moom baax na ci développement dëkk la waaye naka la sonalee dunda bi nga xam ni yéen mi jaay fii ci dëkk ci gox bi fii ni ngeen a yóbbu seen njaboot.
voilà loolu moom am nañ ci jafe-jafe ndax tey mi ñëw naa xëy di jaay si am naa su bàyyi si suma ñaari jabar ak sumay doom dépasse laa doon ut su ma amee dépasse dinaa dem su ma amul dépasse dina métti si man te fii rek laa yaakaaroon fii laa nekk lu ma 2 years maa ngi fii di liggéey borom place yi ñu ngi nii gis nga kii lu mu la wax léegi si place am tas nañ ko def nañ ko lépp te moom mu ngi nii ab fii rek la am bu ñu gisoon marché bu ñu dugg nag balaa ñëw immigré par lu ma 3 years 5 years ñu ngi liggéey pom bi war nañu wax ne marché bi pare na ñëw leen dugg fii wala seen ndàmpaay mu ngi nii.
A young frustrated Gambian businessman, Abdullah Bano, whose trade centered on fashion clothes and shoes selling at the ferry crossing in Yiritenda, said when they were noticed by government to vacate the premises, government on a surprise visit came to demolish their stalls, destroying stocks worth over $35,000 and was only compensated less than half they destroyed.
Market, ñi jot leen seen ndàmpaay ngeen tuxu foofu ñu ne leen waaw loolu yàgg na début 2012 dañ njëkkoon ñëw lu remember force depuis loolu gars yi toujours dañ dee ñëw ñuy wax ñi loolu ñu ne waaw léegi ñi ñëw commencé pompe bi defar nañ pompe boo pompe bi pare léegi ñi gisuñ marché ñi ñëw benn bis ñi ne yéen yëpp da ngeen war a jóg fii parce que nguur gi dafa soxla fii ñu ne ñu ne waaw ñu laaj leen léegi ñin buñ jógee fii fan la ñee dem ñu laaj ñu ne nañ yéen da nga dem Pombasco wala ngeen seet fan ngeen dee dem ñu ne ñu ne waaw léegi ñi ñëw daane suñ place yi ñu ne am na yeneen place yu war a des fii ñu bàyyi fale juróom benn place sama place bokk si man fekkee toxal naa yeneen bagage mu ngi des foofu benn kay rek ñi koy ñëw daje suñ place yàq sama bagage yëpp wante gars yi vidéo nañ ko wante man mosuma koy gis télé Gambie gars yi vidéo nañ ko yëpp wante mosuma koy gis man luñ ma jox 14,000 leen ma jox te 14,000 boobu luñ ma yàqal ëpp na 24 luñ ma yàqal moo ëpp luñ ma defara parce que sama bagage rek luñ si yàq ëpp na 20,000 foofu waaw loolu rek la am lu may wax.
Old Asanja, who migrated from Senegal to Gambia in 1988 to find a better living for his family, cried for the government to fulfill their promise of compensation they made to the vendors.
ku ci des yëpp mën nga ne kon jotuñu bu doon téeméer la xaaj bi sax amuñu.
li daal yow li nga wax mut na fanweer ak lu tegu daal yaa ngi si njaay bi fii bi ngay jaay ak booba bi nga xam ni sos nañ lii di pom bii nii naka la njaay bi meloon démb ak tey.
njaay bi nga xam ne bu nit amee ak bu nit amul du mën a bokk bu nit amee li ngay mën a jaay doo bokk bu nit amul li ngay mën a jaay fii nii li daan gis ci nit boo daan gis ñaar fukk tey mën nga de ñetti nit sax doo ko gis waaw.
boo yow léegi loo am pour oote si ñaari nguur yi nga xam ne mooy nguuri Sénégal bi ak nguuri Gambie bi nga xam ne ñoom ñaar ñoo far pour ubbi pom bi ni
xanaa li ma ci mën a wax mooy leen liñ sun àq ji ñu fa ameel nañ ñu ko jox te bañ a yàgg loolu daal laay mën a wax ndax njaboot mënta yor njabootam war leen a dundal te amul lu mu leen dundale fii la ko yaakaaroon fi ñu leen yaakaaroon jëlee nañ leen fa bàyyi leen ñuy dox di taxawaal ci lu dara waaw léegi nag li ñu leen war a jox nañ leen ko jox ñu jox ko seen njaboot ñu dunde ko.
The tender ferry crossing point, which was once full of life, is gradually turning into a ghost settlement as businessmen and women started to permanently vacating the famous crossing spot to relocate elsewhere that allows the flow of business to maintain the daily challenge of family needs. Surprisingly, the question remains unanswered, and we ask again, When will the government honor their promises they made to the people that markets will be built and compensation to those affected? Reporting from the newly inaugurated Senegambia Bridge in LRR for iAfrica TV News, Sajo Sambu.
That was our reporter Sajo Sambo, who is currently on a mission in Mansa Konko and visited the new Senegambia Bridge.
Coming up after the break, Spanish King Felipe VI today arrived in Baghdad for the first official visit by a Spanish monarch to the Iraqi capital in 4 decades.
Fear over electoral rigging rocks Zimbabwe as the country.
Yesterday, after listening to Prime Minister May's assessment of the state of the negotiations,
Welcome back. We remind you that you're watching the World Today Evening Bulletin. Let's now take a look at our remaining stories.
Spanish King Felipe VI this morning arrived in Baghdad for the first official visit by a Spanish monarch to the Iraqi capital in 4 decades. Iraqi President Barham Salih received King Felipe after which the latter visited Spanish troops serving under the command of a US-led military coalition. Some 425 Spanish military personnel are currently serving in the US-led coalition, which was drawn up in 2014 to fight that Daesh terrorist group. The Spanish contingent has reportedly been tasked exclusively with training Iraqi military personnel and is not involved in combat operations.
Mr. O.J. Jallow, former party leader of the People Progressive Party, PPP, has said that they will not allow few unreasonable people to jeopardize the progress of the PPP, a party that gave Gambia independence and brought development. O.J. made this revelation at a recent PPP press conference at Latrikunda, German, with the team reviving PPP to serve Gambia better. O.J. Jallow told news conference that it was unfortunate that he saw Bakary Bunja Dabo and allies raising serious and malicious accusations against the progress that took place at the Congress, accusing them of not being honest to the party and the people of the Gambia. Al-Hassan Sise gives us more on that.
Mr. O.J. Jallow, former party leader of the People Progressive Party, PPP, has said they will not allow few unreasonable people to jeopardize the progress of the PPP, a party that gave Gambia independence and brought development. OJ made this revealing today at the PPP press conference at Latrikunda, German, with the team reviving PPP to serve Gambia better. According to O.J. Jallow, it was unfortunate that he saw Bakary Bunja Dabo and allies raising serious and malicious accusations against the progress that took place at their Congress. Continuing, he said they are not honest to the party and the people of the Gambia. Mr. Jallow queried, why didn't Bakary Dabo consult them before taking any action? He said he has high regard for Bakary Dabo, but the truth should be told. Jallow went further to say Yaya Sisi and Dudu Fall validated the 10 delegates in all the regions, and yet claiming irregularities in the process.
Disassociating our party from those malicious and treacherous allegations made by the aggrieved supporters and their candidates, Bakary Dabo. We believe in the rule of law and the process of law. As I said, it was 5,530 delegates that met and made that decision at the Congress. And the IEC was there to observe the process and the process was said to be free, fair, transparent, and credible, not only by the IEC, not only by the agents of the two candidates, but also by the observers from the IEC. Elections has always been by raise of hands. Bakari said he doesn't want raise of hands, he likes a secret ballot. I agree. That's why we suspend the election for Saturday and make it Sunday, so that we can prepare for the secret ballot and for the candidates to print their pictures and bring them. When we came on Sunday, we said each and every candidate should select an agent. Bakari Dabo selected Papa Fall, and Papa Njai selected Samuel to be the agent. Before that, I have written to the IEC to send officers to come and observe the process of the elections so that we can assure not only that it is transparent, but it is credible and free and fair. That the number of votes given out were 515 votes. The number of votes cast, 499 votes. The number of invalid votes, 16. And out of the votes cast, BB Dabo scored 227. And Papa Njai scored 272.
Speaking at the conference, Mr. Muhammadu Musa Njai, alias Papa Njai, the party secretary general and leader, gave a statement to the President of the Republic, His Excellency Adama Barrow. As the Gambia is ushering into the 54th independence celebration, he extended wishes with suppositions that the national heroes should be complimented with their names as titles of buildings, institutions, places, and also create awards and prizes in their honor, thus serving as an inspiration to the younger generation. He concluded by stressing that Gambia cannot be developed by outsiders but by Gambians themselves.
As we usher ourselves into the 54th independence celebrations, the People's Progressive Party wishes to extend happy independence celebrations. The timing of this year's independence celebration could not have been a more ideal to pay a fitting tribute to the founding fathers of our independence and freedom. I could not also think of a better way of doing so than to name after them some of the public institutions, places, or creating awards and prizes in their honor. Other benefits that could be derived from this exercise are numerous, but the most important, in my view, is to serve as a source of inspiration for the future generation. There is no need to look elsewhere for heroes and role models. We have all them in Gambia here, and they should be celebrated. Let us remind ourselves that the Gambia cannot be developed by outsiders, but by Gambians. So, ladies and gentlemen, let the work begin.
Reporting for iAfrica TV, I am Al-Hassan Sise.
That's all we have for you on the World Today Evening Bulletin. For more on these and other stories, log on to our website, iAfrica.tv. I am Fatmata Jajo and my co-host, Al-Hassan Sise. Bye for now.
Banjul breweries, one Wolkola nata nananga bindu. Kukuto nata nananga bindu. Wolkola nata nananga bindu. Kukuto nata. Wolkola nata.